And I am live here.
Oh, I'm excited. Are we getting ready?
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's do this.
All right. Welcome to our Peacock Cottage Black Friday and Small Business Saturday preview of what is going to be on sale. I'm so excited today to bring to you all of the exciting things that we're going to have on sale. So this is going to be going on Black Friday and Small Business Saturday. So that's November 24th and 25th. So that's right after Thanksgiving. And on that Friday, we're going to open up at 8 o'clock. So we'll be open 8 to 5 on Black Friday. And then on Small Business Saturday, we'll be open 9 to 5. So normally on Saturday, we're closed, we're like 10 to 3. So we'll be open a little bit longer on that Saturday. So Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, we're going to have a theme going on. And this month, November, is our 8th year. So Frank and I, we've had the Peacock Cottage here at the brick and mortar shop it's our 8th year anniversary here in this November. So we're going to have a running theme of 8s. So some of you have been coming and seeing us since the aughts, so way back whenever we started off at the Master Gardener show. So some of you have been coming, for a long time. But as far as our shop, we've been here for 8 years, so we're going with 8 different plants for only $8. And we're opening at 8. So we got lots of 8s going on here. We're really excited about it. So our first special that we have are our begonias in a 6-inch pot. And these are normally $12, so they're going to be on sale for just $8. So that is awesome. And we've got either Rex begonias, so some of my favorite varieties here, Harmony's Baby Dragon Heart, so precious. And I mean, these are just so cute. And we've also got some of the angel wing begonias. So angel wing begonias, because they look like the little angel wings there. Some of these have really cool like silver tips at the end. These are known for having the spots. They have the red backed leaf there, and these get little pink flowers. But people grow the begonias usually for their leaves, for their foliage. But they also get the added bonus of having those little pink flowers. So a couple other varieties that we have here. We've got, they can have, a leaf that can be really cool and jagged, or it can be, very smooth And I like too how this has those little dots at the edge, just doot, 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 doot. So it's very sweet. So these blossoms, like I said, they're either pink or orange, sometimes like a light blush. So, oh, speaking of our 8s and being open 8 years, here we go. This brings us back to our first sale ever. So November 24th, so that'll be our official 8-year anniversary. And there's my ma and me, so she insisted on being the first customer as the mother. You know how that goes. So, yep, so, all right, so we've got that. Ooh, that brings us to our next plant. Woo! So we've got our lipstick plant here. Mona Lisa is the variety for this. And this is only $8 coming up on Black Friday, Small Business Saturday. And this will hang over. So you could either do where you put this at the edge of a little table and you can have it drape over so nicely. Or you could also put it into a hanging basket and then that'll drape over really nicely, you know, and do well. One thing that I like to do with lipstick plants, so these like to go in a bright light. Everything that we have likes to get bright light, but not direct sun. So a nice bright light, not where the sun hits it directly though. These get little red flowers on them here, and we water these just once a week. And one thing that I like to do to keep these nice and full is I like to pick once a month, I'll pick a long strand and maybe one that looks a little stringy. So I accidentally broke off a couple leaves on here. So I'll take this strand that looks a little stringier than the others, and you can either use your fingers or a knife and just break that off. And you can actually plant these, so these can all propagate. So you could use like our little rooting vases or our propagation stations, and you could actually root this and start more. But where you've cut it from, it's actually going to branch out, and so it'll get bushier, you know, if you cut it back. Where I cut this back, I left a couple leaves here to let it grow from and photosynthesize from. But I also, if I had this still connected, I don't want to cut it off way down here because then it's going to start to bush out from there. And then that's going to have, what, one string and then a couple way down here. That's going to look, that doesn't look as bushy as if you do it a little bit back here. So now's a good time to buy a lipstick plant because they start to form their buds right about now. And then they're going to bloom that nice red, it's called a lipstick plant because it looks like a little tube of lipstick. They're going to start to bloom that in about February or March. And so now's a good time to get them, put them in that bright light, not direct sun. Do it either on the porch or in the house. And that way they can feel secure about where they are and they can start to form those little buds. So now's a good time to get that. And only $8. Small Business Friday or Small Business Saturday and Black Friday. So that's coming up the 24th and 25th. What else is on sale for only $8? Next plant. Here we go. All right, we've got our Monstera deliciosa. Love this plant. So this is the plant that gets, you know, the holes in the leaves here. Now, not all of these have the holes in the leaves. So these are the immature little leaves that it started with. So whenever it was just born, these were the leaves that it had. And then now as it's starting to mature, each new leaf that it gets is going to have a couple more, you know, so it started off with just one. So it was like, oh yes, I'm growing up. I'm starting to get the little fenestrations or the little holes is what they're called. And so once they do that, then they'll start to get, oh, I'm growing, I'm getting 3. And eventually they'll get to be large. Look at this one over here. So they'll get to be larger, you know, with lots of fenestrations or holes within their leaves there. So this is a great size to get started with. So you can see the aerial roots here. This is a good candidate to put one of those moss poles in and let those roots attach, you know, to the moss pole. So these are in a 6-inch size, and these are going to be just $8 coming up on Black Friday. Now, whenever you come, make sure to bring your star card. So, and if you don't have a star card yet, you can come on in, and if you spend $25, you get a star, and once you fill in all 7, then you get $25 off in the store. So bring this in with you on Small Business Saturday because it's in effect. So, you know, bring it on in. All right, our next plant that we have is a Calathea lancifolia. So lancifolia, it's got like these long leaves, and these leaves look almost painted. So, and these you can see that they've got some roots coming out the bottom, so they're ready to go into a bigger pot. If I were to put it into a bigger pot, oh, look at what it does here. It'll grow up even bigger. So no matter what kind of size or depth you have, your leaves kind of grow to that height. So these leaves are starting to grow to about this height with the depth that it's in here. As far as our sale and what's on sale, let's move it back here so Frank can see. So as far as what's on sale, this is what's the size that's going to be on sale. So these are normally $10 and they're on sale for just $8. This has a good example right here of two things. Let's get a little close-up of this. This has a new leaf right there, so that's cool. That unfurls, and then it becomes, this is like, you know, some of its newer leaves right here, and I can tell because they're nice and new and almost a little bit lighter green, and they're taller. And then this has a good example over here of you might once a month get, you know, one that needs to come off. And don't worry on your plants, if you ever get 1 or 2 leaves that need to just be cut off, don't worry, that's just natural. So, you know, you can go ahead and cut that off. If you were to get a lot of leaves, that's something to look into, you know, that if a lot of leaves turn brown at one time, but don't worry about the maintenance for your plant and just cutting off a couple leaves here and there as you need to. So, all right, so that's our Calathea lancifolia. This is doing, because it's right now, it's at night at 5:30, and it's doing what it does. You'll see it kind of move throughout the day. It's like, it's time to close now, I'm going up. So, and throughout the day, it'll lay its leaves down and then close up. So it's in that prayer plant family, or the kind of Maranta, you know, family. So it's a cool plant. All right, let's look at what else do we have on sale, Frank? All right. Oh, so we've got a couple of the alocasias here. So this is Alocasia bambino, and this is similar to like the Alocasia poly, and then it's very easy, but it's got like a smaller leaf, so bambino, so it's a little leaf. And these will get new little starts that happen under here and come up, so this will fill in the pot. It'll get a little bigger, but it's a smaller variety. So this is very sweet. We water these about once a week. So these will just be $8. They're normally $12, and this is in a 4-inch pot. And then, oh, I like this one. This is another Alocasia, and this one is appropriately named Zebrina. So like a zebra stripe here on the Alocasia. So these get new leaves that come up like this, and then they'll open. And so this is like my latest leaf here, and it's getting bigger, you know, as it grows. So these are the lesser, you know, these are the more mature leaves down here from whenever it was a baby. So these will eventually die off. And again, once this does, don't worry, just pull that off, and that's the natural occurrence of things. All right, then we're gonna have our black bat plants right here. So we're gonna have the 4-inch is what's gonna be on sale, and that's gonna be just $8, okay? So we normally have them at $20, so that's a great savings. But oh my gosh, have I enjoyed, this is like my little friend here, because he's been our example plant for the last couple of weeks. And this is the oldest head or bract of flowers that's on here. And then these are just starting to open up. And what I mean by a bract plant, you know, or bract flower, is there's more than one flower within this head. It looks like one big flower, but really it's multiple little flowers, probably 20, 30 little flowers within that. And each little flower opens up, and it stays good for a couple of days, you know, like up, and then it'll fold over. So if you look at this oldest one that we have over here that's been open, we can see, oh, it's just so cool. And how they have like the little whiskers that come out. So like these are the older flowers here, and they've curved down, but so these are just opening, and they'll be open for a couple days up here, and then they curve down, and it keeps fanning out with those. So this bract has been open for about 3 weeks or so, and it'll be open for several more weeks. And you can put these into the house or on the porch. They like it out on the porch. You can water these a couple times a week, you know, several times a week. If it's out on the porch, it might be, you know, maybe 3 or 4 times a week. If you put it into a bigger pot, you'll get new ones. So notice here we've got these new little of the black bat plants that they're forming at the base. And so these will continue to come up. And then let me turn it over here to you. Look at this. There's a new bract that's forming right there. You can get multiple bracts on each plant. So, within here there are 3 plants that are planted, but more are forming, and more of those bracts are forming as well. So it's just so exciting. So you too can get a black bat plant for just $8 on Black Friday. So very exciting. So what time would you get here on Black Friday? I would come at 8 o'clock. If you show up as one of our first 8 customers, you get a goodie bag, so that's exciting. And all throughout the day on Black Friday, see, we're just such friends here. He's just like, hello, hello, all right. So on Black Friday, on every hour on the hour, we're gonna have a raffle for a really cool plant. So we'll be giving away 8 plants overall. Oh, 8 plants, all right, 8 plants. So we'll be giving away 8 plants overall on Black Friday, but you gotta come in order to enter for that. So you've gotta come in order to sign up for the raffle. So be here at 8 o'clock on Black Friday. That's coming up on the 24th, okay? And then we'll be open again on Small Business Saturday. That's the 25th. And we've got a lot of awesome things. I mean, I just showed you our things that are going to be on sale, but our prices are great every day anyways. And we've got a couple of our weekly specials that I just wanted to quickly highlight, which one of them is the Big Monstera. Let's look over here real quick. One of them is this Big Monstera. That normally these are $40 and they're just $30 this week. So our weekly specials run today through Saturday. So come pick one of these bad boys up, just $30. And a lot of you have been asking for bigger pots with a drainage hole, and so we've got some more pots. We picked up about a dozen of them, and they're a good, heft to them, and they've got a nice drainage hole. And this is just the medium size, so you can go on up, baby. So we've also got our Sansevierias are just $10. So we've got 5 different really cool varieties. Even the whale fin, what? Get on down for this, only $10. So that's our weekly special on our Sansevieria. And then lastly, we've got a couple of our little Pothos starters for just $3. We've got Pearls and Jade and the Golden for that. So I got all in here. I showed you all the stuff. So we've got Black Friday coming up, and then Small Business Saturday. It's going to be a wonderful time. Come on by, bring your star card, bring your ideas and excitement, and it starts at 8 o'clock on the 24th. Happy Thanksgiving from the Peacock Cottage.